Hello NEET aspirants, welcome to the video. Today we are going to talk about a secret that the toppers have. We're going to talk about NEET exam toppers strategy, how to secure a good rank. So we're going to talk about what are the strategies that an exam topper would typically follow and how that will help us to secure a good rank, right? So that's our topic going to be. I'm sure it's going to be super helpful. So do watch it till the end. I'm Dr. Vaishali, academic specialist at Biotechnica. Biotechnica is a space where we guide you in anything and everything regarding your bioscience career. Come, let's explore the topic. So the first strategy that we're going to discuss about is first know. Now, what should you know? You should know about one, the syllabus, second, the format of the question paper, third, the duration of the question paper, how many sections are there, what are the different subjects that's there, right? And what is the marking for each question? Is there a negative marking? What is the negative marking? And of course the weightage of every chapter in your syllabus, right? So this is very important for you to know all of these information before even you start your preparation, right? So first, know stuff. Know what you're getting into, know the syllabus, the format, duration of the question paper, the marking, as well as the weightage of each chapter. So only when you know all of this, you'll get a fair bit of idea about how your preparation strategy has to go about, right? So that's the first tip that I had for you. The second tip is the discipline. So you need to have that discipline whenever you're preparing for NEET examination, right? So you need to make sure that you have a good balance between the NEET subjects as well as your board exam. So it's not like you can just leave or neglect your board exams. That's also very important. So if you are in your 11th and your 12th, then you need to balance both NEET preparation as well as board exam preparation, right? So that is one. Second is you need to give or allot equal time to all the subjects, that is physics, chemistry, botany and zoology. You need to give equal time for all of these because there is equal weightage, right? So next is you need to be disciplined in having a timetable, that is have a daily timetable, weekly as well as monthly timetable till your exam has been conducted, right? You need to have this timetable and you need to follow it religiously, right? Only then you will fall into a discipline and you will be able to complete the portion as well as the revision that you had thought of. So yes, make a timetable and follow it religiously, and in this particular timetable make sure that you have realistic goals. Do not have unrealistic expectations from you. So you know how much time you have, you know the capacity that you have. So make realistic goals in your timetable, right? So these are with respect to the disciplines. The first point that we saw was know what you're getting into. Second is have that discipline, right? So the third strategy that I'm going to talk about is the material. Now, what do you read from? So that's also very important. So your Bible should be NCERT, right? So NCERT is the actual syllabus that is there for your NEET examination. So yes, NCERT is your Bible. Secondly, there's no substitute for NCERT, and don't juggle between sources. Of course, along with NCERT, if you want to take the help of other materials, it's well and good, it's fine, but don't juggle between a lot of sources, right? So make sure that you select one particular source, take your time in selecting that source and stick to that particular source, right? So that is very important. So be very cautious about what material you're going to choose, right? So the fourth strategy that the exam toppers generally have is smart work. Now, smart work versus hard work. That is hard, they work more smartly than working more hardly, right? So how do they smartly work? By following these strategies. That is, they give time to dedicate to topics, right? So if there is a topic that is very difficult or has a higher weightage, then you allocate more time for that topic. So like that, they prioritize their subjects, or they prioritize the topics, and then they allot the time and they study for it, right? So second is by avoiding multiple sources. We talked about the sources in the previous point as well. So avoid multiple sources, have a single or 2 or 3 sources and stick to them, because if you have multiple sources for one single topic, right, you may have mastered that topic, but your rest of the topics would have not been studied at all. So at the end, you will lose that confidence. So make sure that you first finish the syllabus by sticking to 1 or 2 sources, and then if time permits, then yes, you can look at another source as well. Next is they get conceptual clarity, right? So more than mugging up, the toppers, they concentrate on getting the concepts cleared and then using or applying it in the questions, right? So that is how it has to be. That's what a smart work is. So you applying the learned concepts in the questions, right? So that is also very important. So these are the different ways that you can work smartly. So the fifth strategy that I have for you is PYQs, that is previous year question papers. So it's very important for you to solve the previous year question papers, because it gives you an idea about how the questions are being asked, what are the questions being asked, from which chapters are they asked, and how are they asked, and how should you go about in answering those questions, right? So that's very important. So you get an idea about the questions being asked so that you can prepare accordingly. So yes, previous year question papers are very important. It also helps to for you to study smartly, because you know what type of question is going to come in the examination, so accordingly you can study, right? So yes, so that's how previous year question papers are going to be helpful. So you need to study or go across and solve at least previous 20 years question papers, so that you get that hold, or you get that extra edge in your preparation, right? So that's the fifth point. The sixth point that I have for all of you is practice. That's what a topper does is practice. So more than even studying, it is the practice that makes that topper perfect, right? So you build upon the concepts and you master them, right? So first you would have built upon the concepts by studying, but by practicing, you're going to master those concepts. So solve questions every day. So make sure that if at all you're finishing a topic on one particular day, try to take some questions from the topic and solve them, right? So that is how you can practice the questions. So take new questions. Do not keep solving the same type of questions again and again, but try to give your brain some some more work, some more training by giving newer questions, right? And practice also helps in increasing your logical thinking abilities, right? So practice not only the questions but also mock tests, right? So try to give mock test in the exam scenario, like exam like situation. That is how you'll be sitting in an examination and giving the duration. So make sure that you have a stop clock in front of you, and then you give the exam whenever you're giving the examination. So yes, give mock test under the exact exam scenario. And the most important point after practicing is analyze how you had solved the question, where you had gone wrong, what is the mistake that you made, and how can you avoid those mistakes. So analyzing the mock test and analyzing the papers or the questions that you've solved is much more important than practice itself, right? So that is the sixth strategy. The seventh strategy that I have for you is conceptual learning. So we saw in the smart study tip as well as to what is the importance of conceptual learning. So first understand the concept and then memorize the concept. So don't just memorize the concept and leave it there, but try to understand what the concept says and then memorize it if it is necessary, right? So this helps in making you remember the concept for a longer duration. And not only that, it will also help in revision, right? Whenever you are understanding a concept and then learning, then it will help in revision. It will help in having that concept in your mind for a longer duration. And do take assistance if required. If there's a concept that you're not understanding, try to take assistance, maybe a video assistance, online assistance, offline assistance, whatever you're comfortable with. Go ahead and ask your faculties for some help, right? So that is with respect to conceptual learning. The eighth tip that I have for you is about note making, right? Now, how and why is note making important? So how do you make notes is you have chapter highlights. So what is the highlight of the chapter that you've just studied? So write them down. You write the important formulae that was there in that chapter. You also do mind map. So if it's a concept, it has a lot of facts in it, then you can make a mind map so that revision will be very much easier, right? It's mind maps or diagrams, mnemonics. So you can use all of these tools while making notes, because it helps in retaining those memories better, right? So yes, so making notes is very important. The ninth point that I have is about your lifestyle. Now, what lifestyle? Lifestyle, why is it important? You're just studying. Why is lifestyle important? Because lifestyle is about self-care, right? So only when you when you care about yourself, when you are in good condition, you will be able to study well, your brain will be productive. So it's very important for you to have a healthy lifestyle, have self-care, have a well-balanced diet, stop your junk food right at this minute, right? Have an active lifestyle, try to exercise and burn out those stress as well, and have a sound sleep. So these help in removing the toxins from your body, so that next day morning you have a very productive mind and a productive day. So yes, have a healthy lifestyle. And the 10th and the most important tip that, or the strategy, is consistency, right? So consistency is the key for this examination, perseverance and consistency. So even if you're following any of these points just for one day or a month and then you forget it the next month, it's not at all going to help. Consistency is what is important in this particular examination, NEET exam, because it's going to be a marathon. And in this whole marathon, you cannot afford to make mistakes. You cannot afford to stop or to run slowly, right? But run consistently. That is what will help in, help you in winning this marathon, winning this competitive examination. So yes, make sure that you are being consistent about the points that we just discussed, and nothing can stop you from securing a good rank. All the very best for all of you. Thank you so much, and see you all until next video.